Welcome in, guys. Today we're going to be doing another cast from the Novea Star Cup. This was best out of 5 for the semifinals. It's going to be a game versus msrm versus High. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as the blue Infernal player, msrm. And in the upper right-hand corner, the red Vanguard, we have High. I always want to call him Hay. I don't know why. We're going to be playing on Magma Chamber. This is one of the newest maps that Matterino has made. I've seen a couple games on it so far. It looks like we got some servos being pulled, creating an expansion. Not going to be doing anything crazy. Same with msrm, going for an expand first. It seems like a lot of players are doing that on these new maps because they're just bigger maps. I mean, this one, you do have, it is kind of close, but a lot of players are just feeling a little bit safer to not have to, worry about too much aggression because of the distance. And we have a bunker going down as well. Got a Lancer in production, probably for scouting. Both players just macroing up right now, getting their grounds going. Imp coming out on the map to take a third base. These rocks are destructible. We pointed that out last game. So you can destroy these with any unit. It doesn't have to be an imp. And then you can open up this area and you can have a nice area to defend. Nice wide open space. All right, we don't see too many guys on the Therium yet from High, so I don't think he's going to be doing anything. He's starting to put them on, so is msrm, but, we're not going to see any quick teching from either player. msrm does have 3 now, so we might see him getting a little bit more tech before High does. As you see, the brutes tearing down these rocks, but High is choosing to come in for a little poke. He's got his expansion up. All 3 bases. Alright. Now these Lancers are just kind of scouting. They don't plan to do much. Just seeing what msrm is doing here. He does see the third base. Sees a couple brutes. But he's not going to get much more information than that because these brutes are definitely going to be able to deny. He wants to get more information. That's why he has a few more Lancers coming in. See if he can poke off an imp or 2. But the reinforcements will come in from msrm, and he's going to make what he needs. He's probably not going to overproduce if he doesn't need to. So, again, these Lancers not really getting the scout that they wanted or the damage that they wanted. Just kind of getting the information of that this guy has a third base, and that's about it. We have the biokinetics lab going down. Probably going to see some exo play, or he could be using this to upgrade the Lancers. We will see. We have a couple more guys on gas from High. I feel like maybe this is going to be some exo play. Alright, we have a Tribute Pyre going down. msrm has been doing this, we've seen. Putting the Tribute Pyre down, being able to spawn a permanent effigy from it. So then we're going to see an effigy go down here in a second. So he's going to be able to have higher shroud coverage, and it's not going to die out. Even if he kills this, he'll be able to make another permanent one if he needs to. That one's, it's a permanent one. It's not going to go anywhere. Just way more numbers here from msrm. He's going to be able to grab this Stormgate. High is going to have to back off. All right, we got a Creeping Horror. Creeping Horror is really good. Slows down units. I think that's the most important part of it. Alright, so now msrm is coming in, trying to see if he can do some damage. We have a sentry post going up, but is he going to be able to target it before it completes? It's a nice little Sim City here that's causing msrm to not really be able to commit in too far, and the sentry post does go up, and it is transformed into the buzzsaw cannon, so msrm does not want to fight into that. That was a nice wall off here, trying to block in this area. So it's, the units have to go into these little tiny areas, and with the sentry post there, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. We do have the exos on the field now. Lots and lots of barracks from High. No upgrades being researched quite yet. Exos are now coming in, trying to continue the poke that the Lancers were doing earlier. We do have a nice little Sim City from msrm, and a Hellborn out on the field. Hellborns are really great versus the Exos. Now let me see. Do we have upgrades? Did we already finish? It looks like actually, yeah. Meanwhile, all this time, msrm was actually going for the quick Reaper's Rush upgrade, which is really, really good versus Exos. He probably saw the heavy number of barracks and just knew that, you know, what else are you going to do? You're not going to stay on Lancers the entire game, are you? So getting the Reaper's Rush upgrade, as you see them running in super quick. They're able to get on top of the Exos now. Usually they would be moving a lot slower, and they wouldn't really be able to get on top of them like that. So that's why the upgrade, the Reaper's Rush upgrade, is really, really good. He also has the other upgrade too, so he's able to spawn Fiends and get on top of the Exos. So we saw that with the Gaunts, and meanwhile, while all that was happening, we still have this Siege Force over here wreaking havoc on the natural. These Hellborns were able to take out a couple production structures, and I mean, this is not enough forces to really come in and contest, and he's just going to be kind of getting sandwiched in between the reinforcements at this point. We see msrm actually putting down Tribupires over here, all the way out in his forward positions, not only for the Stormgates, but also for an attack advantage here to be able to spawn those permanent effigies. Just breaking into this third is going to be the next goal for msrm. If he's able to do that, I think this game is over. I mean, we're basically at the end here, but Hai is holding on, hoping that he can hold down this base. And yeah, doesn't seem like it though. There's a lot of forces. We have Hellborns hitting from every angles, and every time Hai comes into poke, the Creeping Horror just slows them. GG is called, and msrm takes game number 1. In game number 2 now, spawning in the upper right-hand corner, we have as the Blue Infernal, msrm. And in the bottom left, we have as the Red Vanguard, we have Hai. And msrm is up a game. We're playing on Bo5. I don't think I said that right. We're in a best out of 5 semifinals. Let's go. Now this map, you get basically a free 4 bases that are just super freaking easy to fortify. You get this base, then you can come out, take this one, then you can fortify this area here and take a 3rd and 4th. So very, very easy macro on this map if you can get it up and not get rushed or anything. All the units are going to have to come in from here and here. So you kind of, unless there's drop play or air play, so you really have kind of like a really big rush, long rush distance. So it's like an S. So you have to go all the way in an S shape, go through the center, and then circle back around like that. So even though there's no diagonal or straight shot with your ground units, so you have a lot of time. So we saw both players open with Expand first, probably again due to that fact that we were pointing out last game, the larger maps on these custom maps versus the ladder maps. So you have a lot more room to be safe and open safer. Alright, it looks like both players just opening, very similar to what we saw last time. We have a 3rd base going down from msrm, and we have a Lancer out, just like we saw last time. Don't see too much variations just yet. It is a little bit annoying, not annoying, but it is a little bit more effigies that you're going to have to use to get your shroud all the way out. 3 guys on gas. We got units going on gas. I feel like just the way he's opening, Hai, I feel like we might see the Exos again. We got the 2 Lancers. Pretty standard from Hai. And we have a Brute out here. He's just waiting for those Lancers. He's trying to see that the Lancers are coming in before they actually are able to get close enough to do any damage. So it's the only walkway they could really go through. So as you see, here is the Lancer as expected from msrm. And now he's going to be able to produce more units as he needs to. And just like this map is really long to get there, so his reinforcement distance was a little bit further. So I think that's why he wanted to keep that Brute out there, so he would have time to let his reinforcements get over there if he needed to produce them. We have the quick ritual chamber again, so we're probably going to be seeing that same really quick Gaunt upgrades again to counter the exo play that we are probably going to see because we are seeing quite a few barracks. And we are seeing the biokinetics lab go down again. So it is really nice to be able to make a wall on this map because you know that everybody's only coming from this way. So you can really just like kind of wall off this specific area. These Lancers are being pushed back. We do have the Imp coming out to create that forward tribute pyre. I think that just already, I think that this Stormgate's going to go in MSRM's favor. Just because we only really have 3 Lancers and it doesn't look like there's any more coming out just yet. So I think he's just kind of poking at the Stormgate to just make this a little bit more difficult and annoying for MSRM to get. But I mean, in the end, I think he knows that MSRM will get the Stormgate. He does have another one Exo coming in, but by the time it gets there, I feel like he'll be able to poke at the Stormgate enough to just get it. Yeah, I mean, even High knows that. He's just backing up. He can't really contest that with what he has. You might see some Vanguards have a lot more numbers early game, but that's because they don't really go for the third. Getting that third base really slows down your unit production for a small point of time at this point, but then you are able to really get like a huge bio ball once these units start being able to pump out. As you see, look at all these Exos just popping out at these barracks. So we're kind of at like this little in-between state where he's trying to pump out his Exo ball, but we're not quite there yet. This Creeping Horror, like last time, it's going to slow down a lot of units, which is really good for first Exos, because if you're able to hit some of those Exos, they're going to be able to slow down. They're going to slow down and not be able to kite, and that's the most important part of the Exos, I think, is their ability to kite, because they can just kind of stop, you know, the units from being able to push forward because they can just kite back and forth. But we do have the Reaper's Rush finished, the Creeping Horror on the field. We see these Gaunts coming in and chasing down the Exos, like I was saying last game. The Sentry Post is going up. Now, will he be able to stop this from happening, or are we going to see him be able to fortify that third like we saw last time? And it looks like High was able to do it. Only very few remaining Gaunts are left, and that Creeping Horror. We do have the Hellborns. Hellborns do have a huge amount of siege potential. They can totally get that sentry post down really easily. We got fourth base going up, and also the Twilight Spires. We're gonna be seeing a quick tier 3. Well, not really so quick, but actually pretty quick. I mean, we're only at 5 minutes, and we have the Greater Shrine growing down, so pretty quick into the tier 3, which is good for him. All right, lots and lots of Exos. I don't see any Lancers in the front lines, just pure Exos. Okay, so we have Medtech, the Medtechs. Okay, so he's going to be adding some Medtechs in here, and they're going to be upgraded, and then it looks like he has it queued to get the Exo upgrade next. Now, this is kind of a window where we're going to be, if MSRM can hit before the upgrade finishes, he might have a bit of an advantage here. I think that if the Hellborns are able to get close enough to target the flat cannon, that would be ideal. But it is hard to get in that close the way this building is kind of blocking it. Because you do not want to lose those Exos, or I mean the Hellborns and the Exos. They will definitely choose to target them. We have the Hexens in, which Hexens, they are finishing their master training right now, which will give them the miasma. And that is going to zone out the Exos as one final blow, in my opinion. Like, the Hexens, they do so much damage to the ground. And I feel like he just has, like, a total anti-Exo force right now. You know, with the Hellborns, the upgraded Gaunts, and the miasma, that is the answer that you need. Drops going on. High does have a sentry post ready to go, so he's not going to be able to commit into that. There is the fight going on at the Stormgate right now. This Stormgate is about to be taken by MSRM, and High wants to contest it, but he was unable to. There's just so much forces for MSRM. And like I said, and we have the Void Prowlers. These Void Prowlers used their teleport, and they were able to surround a ton of Exos and kill them. That was really, really cool to see. Alright, and meanwhile, this other drop going on, High was not able to deal with it whatsoever. He lost some SCVs, or some servos. The miasma on the ramp is going to not allow these units to be able to come through. And there's just miasma everywhere, and the Hellborns are raining fire. There's just so many units going down. Hai is trying to hold on with everything that he can, but he is just being forced back and back and back. Yeah, losing the fourth, and well, he didn't lose the fourth, but yeah, he's losing both of those bases for sure. And the GG is called, and MSRM takes game number 2, guys. Alright, guys, game number 3. MSRM is up 2 games. Hai has no games run right now. In order to stay in this series, or stay in this tournament, Hai is going to have to do a little bit of a reverse sweep here. We'll see if he can do that. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, we have the blue Vanguard this time. We have Hai. And his opponent spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as the red Infernal, MSRM. He is up 2 games. One more win, and MSRM will make it to the grand finals. Now, this map, I'd say it's I don't know if it's smaller per se, but you do have a more straight shot area to go to get, like a straight shot to get to your opponent. We do have a very quick third that you can take on this map as well. Very, very easy to defend both. Right. Looks like they both open very similar that we saw last 2 games. Quick expand into the barracks, into the Lancer. Probably gonna see the Lancers come poke again. MSRM's got the Ironfall Conclave. Went Shrine first. Probably gonna take a quick third from here. See if there's any variations. We got a couple servos going out, building another barracks. First Lancer is out. Here goes the imp to take the third base. We are just macroing up, putting some guys on gas. Probably going to go for that ritual chamber next. Alright, we got the Brute going out to scout as well, trying to catch these Lancers. There he is. He said, hey, what's up? I was ready for you again. And second Lancer coming out. Third Lancer coming out. I feel like it was a bit of a quicker Lancer. Oh, what is happening here? I was going to say it was a bit of a quicker third Lancer, I felt like. And we have a fourth. And we have a servo pull, guys. He's pulling the boys. He said, hey, I did the same 2 things last games, and it didn't work. And we're going to have to try something different this time. And what is it going to be? It is going to be a sentry post. So he's going to come in here, and he's probably going to build a sentry post and try to turn it into a repair-o-matic and build another sentry post, and then repair that sentry post with these other with the repair-o-matic post, and just continuously build a bunch more sentry posts and kill his opponent. That is the plan. Now, Brutes. See the servos now. These servos are coming in really deep, though. All right, they're placing this really close. Okay, so we have double sentry posts going down, but I feel like he went really deep with them. Yeah, I feel like he needed to build one out here in the shadows slightly, turn it into the repair-o-matic, then build the next one out closer, because letting him see that the first one being built is just going to allow MSRM to be able to kill it before it's up. And I don't know if this is going to work now. We do see this work a lot of the times, or like it really can work, or it can be very devastating, but you really have to get that first sentry post up, and I don't think Hai's gonna be able to. Yeah, all the servos are down. That was a bit of a waste. Yeah, next time definitely need it out here and bring yourself in. The GG is called, and MSRM takes game number 3, takes the series, and he'll be moving on to the grand finals. We'll see you there.